We are at Battle of the All-Stars 2018, day 4 now, down to crunch time. Coming up next, we have Virginia versus Maryland. I'm Tom Foolery. With me is
Scar Trek.
This history between these two teams, Trek.
Yeah.
What can we say? 3-1. Maryland has had to lead, but what happened last year?
Yeah, 1-point victory by Team Virginia at Battle of the All-Stars 2017. So that really kind of sets up a grudge match.
All I can remember is the look on the faces of Virginia. They were absolutely so excited at that game, and they got that chance to go on. And I believe they finished third in the tournament last year.
Yeah, and I think this might be another year where the expectation coming into this game is that Virginia is going to be a little bit more dominant, but I know both teams wanting to take home the win today, so we'll see how it shakes out. Let's run through some rosters, yeah? Okay,
real quick. Let me start with Maryland. We have Duke of Windsor, Pretty Paralyzer, Off D Wall, Gourley Girl, The Mighty Isis, Slambolina, Lucretia McEvil, Bourbon Bruiser, Eddie Kruger, one of the captains, Tarantina, Quesadiva, Pink Medusa, Gigi Hardy, the other captain, Carbomb Kelly, General Chaos, Axel Greaser, Fatal Faux Pas, Princess Leia, Marvy Lust, Lithium Lady, and they're going to be bench coached by Hal and Scruff.
And skating for the Virginia All-Stars today, wearing black, it's going to be River Styx Phoenix, Nikki Towner, Fizz Gig, Raven Darkhold, Nuck and Futz, Scoriental Express, Zipblock, Pepe, Maleficent, also known as Sadie Masochist this weekend, Massacre Marie, Blaxican Ninja, Lilu Dallas Multi-Smash, Country Jam, Rollin' Thunder, Stone Wallop, Miller, Smack Mamba, The Captain, T.I., Zionara, Speed Junkie, Machete, Raygun, and River Strong. And Team Virginia coached today by Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Psycho Jawea.
Yeah, so the best part about these two teams, they know each other so well, being so close together with that D.C. Beltway, Maryland, Virginia. We have players who play on Charm, playing for Virginia, playing for Maryland.
Yeah, it's a big mix-up here.
What I like, too, is both these teams have a lot of leagues making up their actual rosters. We were just doing a quick check before, Trek and I. Maryland has 6 different leagues that make them up. Free State, Mason-Dixon, Southern Delaware Roller Girls, Charm City Roller Girls, 301 Derby Dames, and Southern Maryland, whereas there are a lot more on Virginia's side.
Yeah, let me see if I can get through them quickly here. Charlottesville Derby Dames, Mother State Roller Derby, Star City Roller Girls, Nova, DC Roller Girls, Rocktown Rollers, River City Roller Derby, Brandywine, and I think that covers us. New River Valley for one of the coaches on the roster, but
that's really cool to see so many different leagues make up this team. But you can see there's so much depth in Virginia. There's been a little more turnover than years past in Team Maryland, but they're starting to gel together. What do you expect to see in this game?
I expect to see really, really strong defense on the Team Virginia side. Maryland's bringing in some really strong jammers, but Virginia with a little bit more on the D1 level talent, I think. So we'll see that play out, I think, on both the offense and the defensive side today.
Well, that's interesting, too, because we have a couple new faces on Virginia this year who played on different teams in the past. We had Ziploc show up, who played in PA before, and then we also had one of the veterans, Nuck and Futz for Maryland, now playing Virginia since she moved to Virginia.
Exactly. It's a little bit of turnover, but our action underway. That's number 5, Stone Wallop, with lead jammer status for Team Virginia in our first jam.
And Carbomb Kelly trying to get out and then re-enveloped by the defense in the front. Breaks free on the back stretch.
Carbomb Kelly makes it out. Stone Wallop coming in for points now, takes a big hit out of bounds, and that's going to force the call off. So a 0-0 jam.
Yeah, that was the pivot. Slambolina met her, upended her, going down hard. Glad to see Stone Wallop got up, but that looked like a tailbone might be a little tender for the next jam or two.
Yeah, exactly. Bit of an unforgiving hit there.
Yeah, so exciting action as we expected. Oh, look at that replay. Shout out to New England Roller Derby Report. Chad is doing a great job all weekend at Nerd Derby, getting the good shots for you.
All right, our next jam underway.
Looks like Lithium Lady's up there for Team Maryland. And I believe that's Country Jam for Virginia.
Awesome, thanks, Tom. So Country Jam trying to get around Gigi Hardy on the outside line, gets bumped out of bounds. Long recycle there.
Gigi, one of the mainstays this weekend, doing a great job. Just has that ability to stick and stay right on the jammers at all times.
Country Jam making it around Gigi Hardy, though, so strong with the recycle, and it's going to be Lithium Lady, lead jammer status for Team Maryland.
Yeah, I could have sworn Country Jam was going around the outside, and then out of nowhere, Gigi Hardy able to get more contact and now re-engage with the pack.
Blaxican Ninja headed to the penalty box for Team Virginia. Second blocker in the box for them, so a little bit of a pack advantage here for Team Maryland.
Yeah, her and Lee Ludal sitting down right now. Only 2 blockers out there. Country Jam engaged with the pack again. However, them two blockers doing a great job on Lithium Lady in the far corner. Gets the jam, the end.
Yeah, and it looks like a 3-point steal by Team Virginia there. So
imagine that, down 2 blockers, Country Jam comes in, still gets 3 points out of that, and the 2 blockers hold up Lithium Lady.
Yeah.
What can we say about that defense? That was Machete and Ziploc out there doing the job together.
absolutely. And first blood goes to Virginia without lead jammer status and with 2 blockers in the box. So starting this next jam with the same pack disadvantage on Virginia's side, but it looks like Lilu Dallas multi-smash standing in the box.
Looked like there was a quick official timeout. Now, I have to say, I think this is the first time all weekend we started a game with a nothing jam. It seems like, boom, instantly out of the gate, people are scoring. This is the few times where defense, as you called earlier, is standing tall.
Yep, definitely. A lot of strong defensive talent on both of these teams.
I believe that's Miller, and Raven, the lone blockers out there for Virginia. Still in our official timeout. Like I said, we got to thank Bucksmont Roller Derby doing a phenomenal job taking care of us all weekend long.
Yeah.
5 years now going strong here at Inline 309. What we saw earlier was exciting.
Yeah. It's been a great tournament year after year. It brings kind of top level talent together with kind of talent from lower level leagues, mixes it up, and we always have a great time here at Battle of the All-Stars.
One of my favorite things is hearing players who are getting brand new experience take these new experiences back to their home leagues. Fatal faux pas up there from Maryland. I believe that's River Styx Phoenix resetting in the back.
It is. River Styx Phoenix took a knock out of bounds, but quickly able to reset. Lead jammer status goes to Team Virginia.
Big hit there by Marv on the inside, sends Lilu Dallas down. Takes a moment to get up. Good to see that she reset herself and feeling like she can get back into the game.
Fatal faux pas still working on the initial pass as River Styx Phoenix in 4 points.
Blaxican Ninja all by herself, taking out to the outside and then recycling Fatal faux pas.
Yeah, Blackskin Ninja coming out of River City Roller Derby in Richmond, Virginia.
I had not seen them play until last year, and Blackskin Ninja solid on her skates at all points, playing great defense.
So a successful star pass for Team Maryland. Miller, the pivot for Team Virginia, headed to the box. River Styx Phoenix into the pack and picking up points.
Pretty paralyzer taking the star for Maryland. Able to come around, but Styx did the damage, 5 in the sky.
A fast-paced jam, lots of big hits in that last one. 13-10. Oh, Maryland has 3 points?
Looks like 3
Okay.
points. Well, hey, that's what the scoreboard says. We're following the guys who know what's going on. Our officials have been doing a great job all weekend, non-skating and skating.
Absolutely. So 13-3 our score, and this is a full regulation game, and so 26 minutes left in our first period.
So a small concern, once again, only 2 blockers out there for Virginia. Penalty trouble kind of happening early. I believe that's Tarantina up there for Maryland.
And that's number 7, Smack Mamba with the star for Team Virginia.
As you see in front of you, we had 1 blocker go back out, Raven, and then Ziploc reporting to the penalty box.
Pei with a big hit, but it's a forearm, and that's going to get Tarantina and Team Maryland lead jammer status.
Oh, this is concerning me. Virginia constantly having skaters go to box. Right now, Raven, the only one out there trying to help out. Smash.
Smack with a big hit to the inside.
Looks like Axel Greaser making the contact. Oh, looks like that was a penalty. I didn't see what it was, but Axel Greaser did get the knockoff, but it was illegal.
Nice hit on the outside by Raven Darkhold. It's going to stop Tarantina and force a recycle. Smack Mamba picking up a cut. Tons of action in this jam, Tom.
Yeah, them seats are staying warm in the penalty box. So right now, 3-on-2 advantage blockers, and Zip jumps right back into the way of the jammer, Tarantina.
Zip always where the jammer wants to be, it seems like. Miller also in there playing awesome defense on Tarantina.
Zip always seems to be where the jammers don't want Zip to be.
Right, exactly.
But Miller out there with reinforcements with Raven. I mean, that's like a dream pack right there.
So nice pickup on the Team Maryland side, evening the score, lucky 13 to lucky 13.
All right, we're restarting the game now, just under 25 minutes ago in the first half. Now we're going to start on the power start again, with Smash being in the penalty box.
Yep, Smack Mamba still with the star for Team Virginia, and that's Carbomb Kelly wearing the star for Team Maryland.
I apologize, keep saying Smash, it's Smack.
Smack Mamba, yeah. So everyone lined up way up front at the pivot line. Carbomb Kelly picking up some speed as she makes it into the pack.
Yeah, goes around the outside, gets ushered out.
Meets up with Machete on the outside line, and then Miller on the inside line. Virginia's defense just really, really strong.
Yeah, Machete, Miller, the duo of depth, and then Smack comes right on and gets that inside line very quickly, catching him, I think, before they realized she was even out since she was so close to the penalty box.
Big hits on Carbomb Kelly in the pack, forcing long recycles. Smack Mamba's in for points now.
Oh, we have a cut track actually called on Carbomb Kelly. Power jam now going to Virginia.
So Smack Mamba had a power jam against Team Virginia in our last jam, and now the beneficiary of a penalty by Carbomb Kelly and a power jam opportunity for the team in black.
Maryland trying to recycle the best they can forward, but the offense just keeps coming by Virginia. Looks like we got Quesadiva out in front with Eddie Kruger and Marv. Machete trying to play offense.
No pack is called. Smack Mamba just one more to beat. Marv bumps her out of bounds.
I think it's the slowest hit I've seen Marv have, but just ushered out nice and easily.
Marv is so good at just kind of camping out on the inside line and waiting for the opportunity.
Illegal procedure. I don't know if it was leaving the penalty box or something. Carbomb Kelly immediately sent back to the penalty box.
Wow, so a huge opportunity here for Virginia, but Smack Mamba not able to make anything out of it quite yet.
All right, good to see Smack's okay. A little awkward hit. Marv knocked her over and made contact with the other skater on her own team, but Smack seems to be up, and Miller's making sure she's all right.
It's a good chance to talk to you about the DerbyApex.com, because today's stream is brought to you in part by the Derby Apex. You can find up-to-date news, commentary, and resources, and be sure to follow them on Twitter at the Derby Apex for all the additional Battle of the All-Stars commentary. And thank you again to the Derby Apex for being a broadcast sponsor this weekend.
Back to the action. Nuckin Futz, one of my favorites at the line. So fast, there you go. Took, what, about a second and a half to get lead jammer status, and she's coming around already.
So Virginia with their power jam set up in corner one. Nuckin Futz meets up with Lucretia McEvil, our MVP from the game yesterday, hops over a down blocker.
Yeah, Lucretia and Gigi, both the ones out there, previous MVPs for the defensive work.
Oh,
another illegal procedure coming for Carbomb Kelly. I'm not sure. This is almost like a meltdown happened here on the Maryland side. They were just back in the game, and Futz is now winding up a big jam. Very like speed skater-esque, how low in the turns and driving on them outside edges.
It's been so great to see Nuckin Futz back on the track this year at Battle of the All-Stars.
I'm not sure exactly how long she's been skating, but it looks like she hasn't lost a single day.
Yeah, it's like she hasn't been gone for a second.
I mean, it's literally been away for over a year, almost 2 years, and nothing lost, still all the skill.
Okay, what just happened there is Nuckin Futz was got a track cut. Gigi Hardy moved back so expertly to pull that track cut, and now the power jam opportunity switches over to Team Maryland.
Gigi Hardy, a crafty veteran. Looks like the star has been passed to General Chaos. General Chaos, very physical. 360 out there trying to get free, but one more to beat. Nope. I see a cut track being called. Oh, the penalties, the penalties.
I was going to try to tally those during the game, but there's been too many to even start to tally.
We'll let the pros take care of it. Like I said, the penalty box and penalty board are probably full as it is. Futz now released and back into the game.
Well, and with this many jammer penalties so early in the game, we're going to have to watch if any of these really talented jammers end up fouling out.
What we talked about earlier, depth on these two teams. It may need to come down to a lot of jammer depth. Maybe have some unexpected people end up jamming at the end of this game.
And the jam times out. Nuckin Futz able to put 3 points up on the board for Team Virginia on that last pass, bringing the jam total, I think, to 18-0 in favor of Team Virginia.
Very chaotic jam.
Yeah.
Penalties being called and still picking up 18 points. Futz shows she still got it.
And you can see the Team Virginia coach talking to the player in the penalty box, just saying, calm down, take a deep breath. Stay out of the box.
There's an official timeout. I was waiting for one of the coaches to take a timeout. It's been so chaotic after that last jam.
Definitely.
My guess, a lot of penalties. Maybe they're just trying to make sure to get it all correct.
Yeah, and it's funny, the game that we just watched between Colorado and Massachusetts, very light on the penalties in that game. So, I mean, I know that the officiating crews swap out, but this is a total night and day difference in terms of the constant parade to the penalty box we're seeing so far in the game.
And you brought up that last game. Massachusetts unfortunately fell to Colorado, so Massachusetts and Pennsylvania will be up next in a full 60-minute game for a shot to get the bronze medal. And then we have New York and Colorado, first-time combatants in the championship, because every year it's always, not first time it's not been PA and New York.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be exciting. I'd like to see some new fresh blood into the championship game, see if maybe we can get a different upset, different style of play, because PA and New York are so physical. Colorado's got a mix of everything. To be physical, fast, athletic.
Totally. Colorado brought a very stacked roster, so fast in their style of play this weekend, just wearing out the East Coast teams over here. That's going to be a clash of the Titans for sure. Back underway, we've got Machete with the star for Team Virginia.
All right, already getting a deep rotation from Virginia. Machete out there knifing towards the inside. Oh, Marv able to get a piece.
But a penalty going to Marv. Machete, though, long recycle.
General Chaos back out from the penalty box, takes a knock from Sticks. Ray gun, beautiful spin to get free from the ray gun hit with General Chaos and finally able to slip free in the pack.
Machete with lead jammer status now and coming around for points.
Yeah, Lily Dallas released from the penalty box, coming in there trying to play some offense, but Ice is able to put a big hit.
Both jammers make it out of the pack. Points on both sides.
Yeah, Chris and the Virginia bench keeping this thing going, even though Virginia does have lead.
So
Mighty Ice is sealing the door on the outside.
Yeah, Machete takes a big hit in the front. And it looks like once again, both jammers out, and the direction from the bench to Machete is to keep this one running.
Yeah, sidestepping out of the pack. Nifty footwork there by Machete. General Chaos looking behind her, seeing Machete stalking.
Machete takes a bump out to the outside line.
Pink Medusa doing the honors, and then Marv taking it back on the inside. Both jammers recycled.
Machete headed right into the middle of that Team Maryland defense, meeting up with Pink Medusa and Marv.
Yeah, Slambolina on the inside, and then the Mighty Ice is the last line defense. Oh, stands tall.
Lilu Dallas multi-smash with another huge hit from the Mighty Isis, who is headed out to the penalty box.
I didn't see what it was for. Usually multi-smash doing the smash, and unfortunately takes a big knock. Glad to see she's back up.
Nice run back by River Styx Phoenix. And Machete able to complete the scoring pass. That's a grand slam for Team Virginia.
There were 4 more points picked up on the other side by Maryland, but in the end, I don't know, interesting strategy.
Yeah.
Virginia tends to keep the jams going. They did. They won in the long run, but I don't know if their plan is to start eating the clock up now. Or maybe they're counting on those penalties building up, because that has been constant, but my fear is you let the jam go, you get the penalties, and they get the penalties. Next you know, everybody's in penalty trouble.
Yeah, that's been the story of this game so far. A ton of penalties. Very physical match.
I believe that's Tarantina back there for Team Maryland. We can get clarification.
And for Team Virginia, that looks like Rollin' Thunder.
Oh, Rollin' Thunder jamming for the first time. Rollin' Thunder plays for Brandywine Roller Derby, one of the PA teams, but originally from Virginia, lives there. Glad to see we get some flexibility with the teams, get to play with the people you know.
Both jammers caught up on some tough tripod defense. Maryland with the defense in the front, Virginia with their tripod set up in the back. And we haven't quite made it past the pivot line yet, Tom.
No, they haven't. Right now in front, I see Axel Greaser, Princess Leia, Gigi Hardy.
Tarantina, lead jammer status goes to Team Maryland.
Now you see Ziploc, Sadie Masochist, all trying to play offense. There comes Zia.
Rollin' Thunder takes some hits and takes a fall there in corner 1. Tarantina back into the pack now looking for points.
River Strong and Ziploc just sealing the hips together. Tarantina trying to get some leverage.
Yeah, that tripod anchored by Sadie Masochist doing a great job keeping the defense locked down on Tarantina. Big hit to the inside line by River Strong.
River Strong, it was just like a little minor nudge and boom, Tarantina went flying.
That's all it
Strong
takes.
living up to the name.
Yeah.
Grinding it down, so we're trying to work our way into the backstretch. Rollin' Thunder turning up and under spinning.
Zayanara up front trying to play some offense for Rollin' Thunder. Rollin' Thunder does make it around the outside line. Not lead jammer though.
Tarantina resets, try to get around the outside. Sadie Masochist finishes that jam with a big shoulder.
Yeah. So Tarantina able to get the jam called off. 2 points picked up by Team Maryland. We've got a little under 16 minutes left in our first period.
Exclamation point has been physicality. We've seen some athleticism, but there have been bodies hitting the floor in both these defenses.
And a lot of butts hitting the penalties box seats as well.
Yeah, them seats are very warm. We're not going to get cold the way we're going right now. So I guess he's Slambelina at the line. Can you see he's crouched down right next?
Ooh, who is that?
Is that Pepe? Yes.
Okay, Pepe is not a jammer that we've seen used this weekend yet for Team Virginia, but lead jammer status quickly, number 2012, Pepe.
Obviously the coaches know what's going on. Boom, first time jamming, first lead jam, in control of it right now. Slambelina has a star stash, but nope, it was handed off to the pivot. I believe that's Quesadiva coming around.
Yeah, an effective star pass for Team Maryland. Quesadiva coming into the pack before Pepe. Pepe with lead jammer status.
Wiped out by Blaxican Ninja with a flying landing.
Both jammers were hit out of bounds and forced to recycle around into corner 2.
The only thing we're sharing today in this game is bruises.
Yeah.
Quesadiva gets free for 4.
Like if 3 days of roller derby before this wasn't enough, we're gonna.
If you haven't been in a tournament much, I know a lot of people do, some people don't. That compilation of bruises, you look at some of the skaters at the end of the week and we're just like, you're awesome, you're amazing. I have no idea you deal with this.
Yeah, it's amazing what these tournaments can do to the body. Especially this one was 4 days this year, so it added some extra hurt to the equation.
The only thing I feel better for the skaters, they're only 30-minute games or 40-minute games, so it helps preserve the body a little bit so you're not just taking a pounding of 60-minute games every day.
With the star out next, that's Stone Wallop, number 5 for Team Virginia.
Looks like Lithium Lady trying to work away, but got swallowed up by that Virginia defense. See a cut track being called on Lilu Dallas multi-smash.
Both jammers make it out, but it's lead jammer status to Lithium Lady and Team Maryland.
Oh, fixed in the helmet's Lithium Lady, and Stone Wild looking focused. Cutting on the inside, throwing the shoulder, getting some space.
Forcing that call off.
That focus coming down the front stretch, she just gave a yeah as she came back to the bench. Stone is such a cool person. Also an announcer who I've worked with who's very good as well.
Team announcer representing. But yeah, Virginia bench, actually both benches looking really fired up.
All right, 60-31, 13 minutes here to go in the first half.
2 in the box for Team Virginia as we start this out. So we've got Raven Darkhold and Zip Block holding down the defense for Team VA wearing black. And let's see, who's jamming? It looks like River Styx Phoenix with the star for Team Virginia.
Oh, that's Fatal Faux Pas. Looks like lost the star, has to pick it back up.
River Styx Phoenix, nice move through the inside line, picks up lead jammer status for Team Virginia.
Note only 2 blockers out there and getting the job done are Raven and Ziploc.
River Styx Phoenix into the pack for points. That's going to be a grand slam for Team Virginia.
The intensity of Styx just plowing her way through the pack.
So a nice catch in the front there by...
Looks like Lilu Dallas multi-smash.
Yeah, what a dynamic blocker. And a penalty now. Forearm is the call. Team Maryland jammer sitting down.
Injury, get knocked out, have to get recycled, and then get called for the forearm. Now, Virginia capitalizing now on the power jam since Styx was already free from the pack. Now scoring.
Yeah, River Styx Phoenix didn't make it out without some love taps from the mighty Isis, but she did make it through. Another grand slam on the board for Team Virginia.
They got Marv and Mighty Isis out through the physical blockers for Maryland.
Looks like that defense is set up and ready to deal with River Styx Phoenix. And they do manage to knock Styx out of bounds to the inside, forcing a reset.
Note the pivot, pretty paralyzer reporting to the penalty box, so now Fatal Faux Pas out, but no pivot to help out. Oh man, held the 2 toes in, and then just lost the balance, and Styx had to just put one outside. Ooh, Lilu going to the box again. That's probably 3 or 4. We got to watch out. Hopefully she stays in the game.
Now this is a full-length regulation game, so the skaters can pick up the normal amount of penalties before they foul out. Stick's having a really hard time with the strong defensive tripod from Maryland.
That glare over the box being like, I'm calling this, I'm done. We know Chris likes to keep those jams going, but kind of getting the glare like, I'm done. I'm good. I've done my damage. I've scored my points.
Yep. So it was a 15-point pickup for River Styx Phoenix and Team Virginia. Virginia's starting to pull away a little bit, but the game is not getting any less physical or intense. So we'll see if Team Maryland gets any power jam opportunities where they can come back into this.
Yeah, they're scoring the points, but they're all being earned very hard. Let's say we got Smack at the line, and I believe that's Tarantina. Yes, Tarantina up there as well. We're trying to go up and under, but unfortunately getting ushered out. Smack's got to recycle to the back.
Yeah, Gigi Hardy doing the damage back there on defense for Team Maryland.
Yeah, we got Miller covering the inside line for Team Virginia. Getting braced by Zianara.
Pretty Paralyzer doing some nice offensive help for her jammer up front for Team Maryland. Miller, though, holding it down in the front.
Very good footwork.
Wow.
She picked up that back skate when I thought she was going to put it out, and she was able to do a quick spin and get it back in.
Smack Mamba with the star in hand, working on Gigi Hardy in the back. Oh, Tarantina able to step through.
Yeah, Miller coming back and helping out a little bit. That is the pivot, making her way back to Smack. Gives a little shoulder accidentally to her jammer.
So a nice knockout by Lilu Dallas multi-smash on Tarantina. Going to force a long reset by Team Virginia. They are pretty effective at the run backs, able to really maximize.
Pointed the sword once again. Gigi Hardy going back. Oh, Miller just catches Tarantina, who decided to hop in the air.
So some big defense once again in this jam. Tarantina meets up with Zianara in the front of the pack.
Miller just grinds right into Axel Greaser.
Everyone is on the floor in the apex at this point. Looks like star pass in progress on the Team Virginia side. Miller's got the helmet cover in hand.
Correct. Oh, beautiful spin. Miller showing some dexterity. Actually jamming earlier in the weekend. I've not seen Miller start a jam as a jammer much, but saw that happen earlier. Just showing that depth that jammer rotation that Virginia has.
Yeah, I mean, Miller has a long history of jamming in her career over the years, but she's such an important defensive player, really able to hold the defense together in terms of strategy and placement on the track, really able to be the driving force out there. And so, you know, when you take a player like that out and use them as a jammer, you know, your defense suffers. So.
And I apologize. My past discussion was always at Virginia. They have such a jammer depth that she's always been a solid blocker. Now at Charlottesville, she's like a switchblade, can do anything. Or she'd be like a Swiss Army knife, can do anything you want.
Well, and of course, Miller also previously skating for the DC Roller Girls and being used as a jammer in that era of her derby career as well.
So very late, we just saw Princess Slayer report to the penalty box for Team Maryland. I didn't catch for what. So blocking advantage going to go to Virginia to start the next jam.
We've got Nuck and Futz with the star for Team Virginia up against Carbomb Kelly for Team Maryland. Little pack advantage for Team Virginia, and we've got a really strong blocking line out there from Virginia as well. Got Raygun, River Styx Phoenix,
Blaxican Ninja, and
Raven Darkhold.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Slambolina, Eddie Kruger working with Quesadiva, and Nuck and Futz pumping the legs.
Yep, makes it out. Lead jammer going to Team Virginia.
There's so much power and speed in such a small package with Futz. Look very lean, but don't be fooled.
So fast and flexible. So star pass to Slambolina on the Team Maryland side, but she is still struggling with Raygun and the Team Virginia defense, trying to make that initial pass. Blackskin Ninja with a low block, sending her to the box.
Actually, that was Slambolina going to the box, actually tripping up. So Power Jam now going to Virginia.
So Nuck and Futz, a very dangerous jammer to have out there on a Power Jam, and they are stuck in corner 3 now.
They have Carbomb Kelly trapped in the back, so getting 1 point easily. And Futz working on earning the rest right now.
Futz meeting up with Eddie Kruger. Last line of defense in the front, but she makes it around. That's a grand slam for Team Virginia.
I didn't see the penalty. I don't know if it's blocking out of play. Eddie Kruger going to sit down now for 30 seconds as well.
Raygun meets up into the pack for some offense as Nuck and Futz comes in for points. Takes a big hit, and she's going to call the jam.
All right, we see Futz getting up. You saw her wince a little bit. I'm glad to see she's okay. Went down a little hard on the tailbone.
Yeah, rough landing. 20-point jam, though, for Futz on that power jam. Big pickup for Team Virginia, brings their score up to 95. Maryland at 41.
Now we got another Virginia blocker reporting the box. We see Sticks sitting down, but they send out what looks like to me to be a power pack. You got Ziploc, Miller, and River Strong out there.
Yeah.
Ooh, size, strength. That's Lithium Lady at the line, or no, yeah, Lithium Lady for Maryland.
And that's number 95, Machete with the star for Team Virginia. Already got lead jammer status in this jam.
Ziploc in the middle uses such great leverage, gets down and uses them quads and thrust up into all the hits.
Big defensive effort in the front, but Lithium Lady makes it out. Machete in for a scoring pass.
That was the pivot. Miller coming up and sealing the inside and then snagging Eddie Kruger, keeping her out of the play.
All right, so a well-timed call off there by Machete is going to stop any chance of scoring on the Team Maryland side. So a quick 4-0 jam, just over 6 minutes left in our first period, Tom.
Correct. Maryland 41, earning them the hard way, but Virginia able to stretch a little bit out of it and get 99 points. Starting to extend that lead very slowly. It kind of jumped out. They're just slowly building. It's not like any monster jams are doing anything.
Right.
So they've been consistently getting out and being able to at least hold Maryland jammer long enough. And Stone standing tall in the back. And I see Fatal Faux Pas up there as well.
Pack not moving too far yet in this jam.
I thought she pulled it off. She kind of grabbed Raven. I thought she was going to stay and then just pull herself back in. Stone Wild, so crafty.
Stone just one to beat up in the front, takes the inside line. Lead jammer status goes to Team Virginia.
All right, let's see.
The Mighty Isis sits down for a penalty.
There's 2 penalties. I see an in-sub being called on the Mighty Isis as well, so that's a full minute in the box.
And a penalty, a back block issued to Stone Wallop, so now this is a power jam opportunity for Team Maryland. Star in hand, it looks like that's getting passed to number 115, Pretty Paralyzer.
Yeah, Paralyzer previously in the past used to do a lot more jam and has focused more on blocking lately with Mason Dixon Roller Vixens.
Paralyzer still working on a really strong defensive wall. It's Raven Darkhold with the hit out of bounds.
We're still trying to find some room.
Yeah, we have Darkhold, Zip. Oh, and there goes Sticks for the finishing move. Unfortunately, a low block is the call.
So just one Virginia blocker headed to the box.
Sneaky coming out of the box and very quickly ducking to the outside. Stone Wallop picks up 5 for Virginia.
Pretty Paralyzer does make it out on the initial pass after that star pass. Stone Wallop with the, oh gosh, the penalties are just nonstop in this game. Pretty Paralyzer picking up a track cut, so now the power jam opportunity in the hands of Stone Wallop and Team Virginia.
I'm afraid to see what the penalty board looks like at halftime. Nobody's getting out of this one clean. All right, Stone Wallop, takes a monster blow by the Mighty Isis. I believe that's a forearm call being called on the Mighty Isis.
I mean, she's smiling, but Isis has had a number of penalties so far in the game.
Now don't take it the wrong way. Her smiling is her just trying to be polite and not shaking her head and talking back to the referees. That's her smiling, being like, I can't believe what just happened.
So that jam times out, full 2 minutes, a 20-point pickup on the side of Team Virginia, holding Maryland scoreless.
Yeah, they've been held scoreless for the last several jams. So right now, Virginia's starting to assert their dominance. So all blockers out there and the jammer out there right now for Virginia. The blocker and jammer in the box for Maryland.
Yep, that's Country Jam number 42 with the star for Team Virginia. Everyone up at the pivot line to start this one out.
Able to get all the blockers blocked except for Gigi Hardy. Gigi Hardy with some, must have taken a shot in the nose, got a tissue in her nose right now and skating with it. That is toughness. They need you out there. You just stop up the nose and keep going.
Wow, big hits from the Team Maryland defense on Country Jam.
It was pretty interesting. Country Jam took a big hit, like shouldering into Ray Gun, and then bounced off her to another blocker. Axel Greaser reporting the penalty box. And
a track cut goes to Country Jam. So another power jam opportunity now for Team Maryland. Star in hand.
Paralyzer comes out, takes a good run at it. Ray Gun giving a strong enough shoulder that Paralyzer went all the way to the boards on the backside.
So this long drawback eating the power jam time away.
Oh, all the way back to turn 4, just merciless. Virginia defense not giving anything up easy.
So back into corner 1 now. Paralyzer able to find a line through the pack.
See her running on the skates, being like, get me out of here.
Country Jam back in from the box and a quick pass through the pack to complete her initial pass. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She's already picking up points on that pass.
That's twice. Jammer has gotten released as soon as Maryland's right around here, and they're just not able to quickly be aware that the Jammer's released, and they get 2 quick passes.
Country Jam and Paralyzer both in the pack and both picking up points.
Looks like Gigi Hardy reporting to penalty box. No pivot out there now for Maryland as Pretty Paralyzer struggling a little bit, but trying to keep at it. Still skating.
Both Jammers picking up points on that pass. Looks like Team Virginia 4 points ahead.
On the Jam.
Yeah, on the Jam so far.
Because they're ahead by a good bit in this game, being consistent. Mighty Isis able to seal the outside door with Princess Leia. And there you go, Ray Gunn and Sayonara.
Both Jammers enduring some serious physicality in this Jam.
You just saw Country Jam grab her jaw, maybe took a little shot accidentally. Glad to see she's okay as well. Oh man, so many extra hits, so many penalties. This game is extremely physical. Now, Maryland in the past always known for that grinded down style, but Virginia able to play so many different games is matching that physicality.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game, it's safe to say that Maryland's offense is not as strong yet in this game as Virginia's defense.
Yeah.
I mean, Virginia has some real strong jammer talent, but really I think the story of the game so far is that Maryland's jammers have not had a lot of luck getting out of the pack with the Virginia lockdown.
Yeah, very little room for the jammers, just constantly grinding it out. Now, in some games you just see everybody sitting, but this game's been a lot of knockouts and drag backs.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times you see those teams just focus on sitting and grinding it down. This is definitely, we're not worried about that. We're knocking you out and you're going backwards.
Yeah, we're blowing jammers up in this game for sure. Left and right. So it looks like we have an official review, and I think it's being charged to Team Maryland.
Yeah, you see Hal out there in the beard with Carbomb Kelly, and you see T.I., the captain, out there with Chris, the coach, as well. I was going to tell you one more time, don't forget today's stream is brought to you by the Apex, or in part the Apex. TheDerbyApex.com. Find up-to-date news, commentary, and resources at TheDerbyApex.com, and be sure to follow them on Twitter at TheDerbyApex for additional Battle of the All-Stars commentary. Thanks again to Derby Apex for being our broadcast partner. They're a partner, but New England Roller Derby Report doing a great job. Beth and Chad have been taking care of us all weekend.
Well, they've been taking care of the viewer out there wanting to catch the Battle of the All-Stars action.
It was the Royal Us.
Yeah, the Royal Us. Okay, great. Well, I know there's a lot of excited fans and viewers and friends out there enjoying the feat, so thank you very much to New England Roller Derby Report.
And if you didn't see any specific game, it is all going to be posted online. Make sure you go check them out, rewatch the games. We've had some exciting stuff. We had that PA New York game. We had the overtime jam games. So many close games. Go check out your favorite state if you didn't see every game they played in yet.
Yeah, archives going up as soon as the game's finished.
So it looks like the head referee saying now the official rule's flipping back. And Virginia's using theirs. Tit for tat. You want to use it? I'll use mine too. So we got a lot going on. We'll get clarification once it comes back to us. But once again, day 4 here, Battle of the All-Stars. Been a long, exciting weekend. What are some of the highlights or favorite things that you can recall that happened throughout this week?
Well, we did have a couple of upsets that were really exciting. The first one was where Louisiana took an unexpected loss to Team Tennessee. Team Tennessee came in kind of, I think what I heard at least was that they were really tired from their long drive up here to Pennsylvania, kind of hadn't really gotten a lot of sleep. So they lost their first game, but then on Friday able to get some rest, get ready for their game against Louisiana, and they took the win over the higher seed in their bracket. That was an exciting game to watch. Also, the other upset that we saw was Team Michigan, who actually came in seeded number 1 in their round-robin bracket on the first 2 days. Took a loss to Team Massachusetts on Friday. So that was an exciting game and 2 upsets against the round-robin seeding in the first 2 days.
To me, the most exciting thing is seeing all the new teams. This has probably been the largest influx of new teams coming into the tournament. We had Saskatchewan come down from Canada. We had Kentucky, Kansas, Tennessee,
very official.
a couple others, and I apologize, they're not coming to my mind.
Kentucky was a new one, right? Did you say Kentucky? Okay.
Kentucky, Kansas, Tennessee, Saskatchewan. The best part is seeing all the new faces. Louisiana, you mentioned earlier, Louisiana, definitely a new one. But just seeing the bright faces, how excited they are. And some of the teams They practice a little bit together, but then they've come in and they're like, we've learned so much from this tournament. But seeing so many smiles and fresh faces and making friends is always the best part about the All-Stars to me.
Absolutely.
Still having discussions going on. We'll wait and get the details. It looks like that second official review is now being discussed in the middle by our referees.
And don't forget, up next, we've got our bronze medal game. We've got Team Massachusetts taking on Pennsylvania. That should be an exciting, fast and physical matchup. And then for our gold medal game at 6:20 p.m. or, thereabouts, we're going to see New York taking on a very stacked Colorado roster. As we started this broadcast out talking about, that's going to be a clash of the Titans.
I like how you said thereabout. We all know Derby runs on Derby time. It is definitely not an exact science. We do the best we can, but stay tuned right around 4:30, right around 6:20.
Skaters taking a little break out there.
So both teams did use their official reviews. We'll see if we can get some clarification and then see if one of the official reviews remains up there.
Yeah, it looks like our house announcers are getting some information, so maybe we can.
In due time we'll get, but what I see is we still have Gigi Hardy in the box now being released. All the rest of the skaters are on the floor, so at least we can play from there and we'll get clarification later.
Yep, that's Rolling Thumb. Oh, no, that's Pepe, number 2012 with the star and with lead jammer status now for Team Virginia.
Carbomb Kelly, the captain for Team Maryland, trying to get loose. Runs right into Machete, trying to drive that pack forward. Marv with a hit on the inside, knocks Pepe down.
A elbow penalty goes to Carbomb Kelly and also a penalty to Pepe. So both jammers in the box now.
Unfortunately, Pepe sat on the wrong penalty box, but now getting pushed back out. So I guess it was not a cut track, so a little confusion.
So both,
I'm sorry,
it was
both
a jammer
jammers.
swap out, yeah. So both jammers in just very, very briefly and both released.
Trek, I thank you. You always keep me honest, keep me on the straight and narrow, because I tend not to see things correctly.
Okay, Carbomb Kelly was the jammer earlier in the game who went in for triple penalty, and again, some confusion with whether or not she's being sent to the box. Working on that defensive tripod in the back.
Locked up with Blackskin Ninja Ziploc with Machete doing the bracing. Just catch up to River Strong as well.
Pepe makes it through on a scoring pass. That's a 4-point pickup and a no pass, no penalty for Team Virginia. 9 points already on the jam for Virginia.
Yeah, period clock has run out. We're on jam clock. It's not updating on the screen. We got about 40 seconds. Oh, there it is. It is updating on the screen. About 30-some seconds left.
A successful star pass by Team Maryland goes to Gigi Hardy. So both jammers out.
Marv released from the box, going a long way around.
And of course, no lead jammer in this jam because both jammers paid a visit to the penalty box early on.
Tissue still in the nose of Gigi Hardy. Gigi Hardy telling Marv, catch up, come on, keep up with me.
Gigi's like, I can't take a whip from you, you're out of play, I'm sorry. Even though that would have been great. So Gigi meets up with Ziploc on the outside line.
Able to fend off Ziploc and hold that outside line. Meanwhile,
Pepe muscled her way right through that pack. Another scoring pass goes up for Virginia.
Gigi goes down hard, and then Ziploc goes in check on her. Actually, friends off the track, really good people. Both of them, some of the better people I've met in roller derby.
Yeah, 3 points for Team Maryland on that jam. 18 was the total for Team Virginia. That brings our score 48 for Maryland, 150 for Virginia, and we are in halftime, Tom.
Yes, phenomenal action. We're coming down to the end of Battle of the All-Stars. I'm sorry to say it's going to be over today. It's been 4 long days, but extremely exciting.
So
and
fun.
I'm so thankful to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you back for the second half. Welcome back to the second period of Team Virginia versus Team Maryland. This is Battle of the All-Stars 2018, final day. We're about to head into our third place and championship matchup. But right now we're seeing the Battle of the Beltway, Nightmare on 95, whatever you want to call it. This is a storied matchup between two teams that are perennial here at Battle of the All-Stars, and it has been a rough game, Tom. So at halftime I walked over to see what the NSOs had to say about penalty tracking so far in this game. Virginia All-Stars already racked up 21 penalties in this game, one of their players sitting at 5 penalties and in danger of a foul out. On the Maryland side, 24 penalties already racked up on their side. So 21 for Virginia, 24 for Maryland. And on the Maryland side, we've got 2 players in trouble with 5 penalties. So we are definitely looking down the barrel of some possible foul outs here.
Yeah, physicality is what we have to say, the biggest description of the first half. But it's going to be interesting to see. We have all these players who are picking up penalties. We're now going to see who has a lot of depth, who can play clean the second half.
Yeah, I definitely think that the penalties were probably a point of discussion at halftime for these two teams.
Probably. It was probably the only point of discussion. Hey, check it out right now. Penalty box is empty. All skaters on the floor. I see Slambellina up there for Maryland.
And that's Country Jam with the star for Team Virginia.
Slambellina able to sneak out the outside of the pack.
So Maryland with a good start here to the second half. Country Jam makes it out of the pack as well.
Yeah, great job hitting the jets and get low, avoiding Eddie Kruger.
So both jammers approaching the pack now. Slambellina makes it in, picks up some points. It gets a jam called off before Country Jam can get past any opponents. So
it looks like 3 points were picked up. A lot of speed carried into the pack. I was waiting to see Jammer go flying, but able to knife the way through, got the points, get the call off.
Yeah, and holding Virginia scoreless as well to start out the second half.
There wasn't too many times they were held scoreless in the first half. Very consistent. Looks like we've got a couple jammers. Haven't used a ton so far. I see Quesadiva, and I believe that's Rolling Thunder as well. Penalty box still empty. I opened my stupid mouth, and Miller going to report to the penalty box for a forearm.
And Rolling Thunder out with lead jammer status, but not too far behind. That's Quesadiva. And
off
Maryland,
the wall now going to the penalty box.
So 3-on-3 in the pack. Pack really speeds up here as Rolling Thunder comes in for points.
So next time I say something silly like, hey, no penalties yet, just go ahead and smack me there, Trek. Because all of a sudden, Shank, these 2 poor skaters who are now sitting down, and Rolling Thunder coming around looking for a second scoring pass.
Quesadiva got laid out on that scoring pass. So Virginia 1 lap ahead on this.
Yeah, trying to deal with looks like River Strong, Sadie Masochist. And I think that's Fizzgig. I haven't seen Fizzgig in there too much, but effectively holding up Quesadiva.
Rolling Thunder completes another scoring pass. So both jammers picking up points at this point in the jam.
Penalty box is now empty. All skaters back out on the track. Oh, the Mighty Ice is covering the outside line.
A track cut to Quesadiva. So now a power jam opportunity for Rolling Thunder and Team Virginia. And they're stuck in corner 1. Virginia trying to get one player isolated.
Yeah, just trying to keep them separated and doing a pretty good job. They got Isis switched out Marv, last line fence, Gigi Hardy, and Rolling Thunder able to outlast them all.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying seeing Rolling Thunder this weekend. She's been doing a great job, kind of a relief jammer capacity, but really able to make a difference for Team Virginia. 5 more points go up, so I think that's going to be a 24-point pickup for Team Virginia. 4 points picked up as well by Team Maryland in that jam.
174-55. 2 jams into the second half.
Seems a little bit calmer, though, so far. We'll see if that continues.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to ruin anything else. All I know is I see General Chaos at the line. I think that's Futz. I see gray pants through the pack. We're down here, of course, in turn 1, in case you didn't know. We're trying to look through the pack to find your jammers, so we'll correct ourselves if we're wrong. Yep, Futz just dumps out, and then General Chaos, Blackskin Ninja, finishes Chaos.
Big hit from River Strong, lays down General Chaos to the inside line.
Chaos felt down. You saw a little wince, but then right back up and into the action. He's going to feel that one later today.
Nuck and Futz into the pack on a scoring pass now, able to find a path through and pick up a grand slam for Team Virginia.
Nuckenfut's able to keep those feet moving constantly while there's a whole bunch going on, not getting her feet tied up with anybody else, but able to get free somehow or another. All right, that was Duke of Windsor getting a hit on the inside, previously jamming in the games, now pivoting it looks like, trying to help out.
Nuckenfut's hung up on the back wall of Maryland defense.
Speed Junkie working with Zip Block, and Zip Block comes in for another hit. High block is the call on General Chaos. Also looks like we have Pink Medusa reporting to the box as well for Team Maryland.
So Maryland in some penalty trouble here as Nuckenfut's finds herself on a power jam.
I believe I saw a low block being called on Gigi Hardy. Maryland bleeding blockers. Axel Greaser able to get a piece, but no. Nuckenfut's able to weave the way through the pack. So only 2 blockers left out there. I see a multiplayer being called.
Nice offensive clear by River Strong.
Blackskin Ninja reporting to the box.
Wow, so the jam gets called, icing General Chaos in a power start for Team Virginia.
It looks like a bus stop over there.
Yeah.
Three players standing for Team Maryland. We got Chaos and 2 blockers. Only 2 blockers out there for Team Maryland. Now, in the first half, you kept seeing Virginia only get stuck with 2, and Maryland was able to take advantage. Now, only 2 out there, Lucretia McEvil and Eddie Kruger. 3 blockers out there right now for Virginia. I think that's Ray Gun.
Smack Mamba with the star for Team Virginia. On defense, it's Ray Gun, you're right, Miller, and T.I., the captain.
Oh, they were able to seal 1 blocker. Last one left, Eddie Kruger, and Smack able to take advantage of that.
So General Chaos back out from the box and in working on that initial pass.
Oh, getting low around the outside. Smack disappearing.
Meets up with Gigi Hardy in the front, but able to make it around on a scoring pass. That's a grand slam for Team Virginia.
She has a way of getting low and using that leverage properly and getting up underneath other blockers so they can't get below her center of gravity.
Now a clear penalty box as Blackskin Ninja gets released as well.
I didn't want to say it. Didn't want to say it. Hopefully you don't have the announcer funk like I do.
Yeah, so 6-0 pickup for Team Virginia. A little under 24 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, 195-59. Eking their way out, almost 200 points. Looks like we got Slaya waving Eddie Kruger back onto the track. The Mighty Isis along with Carbomb Kelly.
And with the star for Team Virginia, that's Stone Wallop.
Looks like Slambolina smiling behind the line. See Pepe there throwing a brace up right in the front of that Virginia line in the back. Stone hasn't jammed in a while. Very strong so far this weekend.
Stone's moving left and right, able to break up that defense in the front.
Oh, Pepe just dumped Slambolina here in turn 1 and goes backwards.
Stone Wallop finds a path through that strong defensive wall in the front from Team Maryland. Lead jammer status goes to Team Virginia, and she's coming in for points now.
Kind of got blocked, but jumping the apex to get free with Slambolina.
Stone Wallop is in the pack now. No pack is called. Stone completes the scoring pass. Slambolina hits the pack hard. Taken down.
She looks like she got called for a low block. Okay, the contact was made. Referees make their decision. They're going to sit down. Power jam going back to Virginia.
Yeah, Stone Wallop still with the star.
Stone's so physical. Like dealing with the Mighty Isis. Oh, able to sidestep around.
5 more points going up for Team Virginia. This is the second scoring pass completed by Stone Wallop. And now the pack stalled out in corner 4.
Yeah, just locked down. No one's moving. Machete comes up and fires an offensive shot.
Eddie Kruger working well with the Mighty Isis to hold Stone Wallop back.
Yeah, I believe that's Princess Leia in the middle too, working with Isis.
Getting some offensive help from Machete. Stone pushing up at the front wall.
So relentless. Stone not giving up, pushing and prodding, trying to find a hole.
Stone Wallop falls down and gets tangled up with Eddie Kruger. No penalties called, though.
All right, Slambolina free, does get a scoring pass.
Big hit from Carbomb Kelly, drops Stone Wallop, and the jam's going to get called off.
Yeah, Stone choosing to call that one off, but the damage has been done. Another 5-point scoring pass.
Yeah, it's interesting. Team Virginia seems to be willing to let jams run, and it's the story of the game a little bit because they're allowing some points from Team Maryland on a lot of these jams, but it's always the differential that they care about, you know. So it's a 14-4 jam, Maryland getting points on the board as well, but Virginia coming out on top with the differential.
There's something to be said about the long term, and that's what I think they're doing, is in the long term, we're just going to amass more points overall and just make it tougher for Maryland to have a chance to catch up. Quesadiva jamming out there for Team Maryland.
And that's Country Jam with lead jammer status for Team Virginia.
Lucretia McEvil now reporting to the penalty box. Oh, and I see 2 being put up by This Will Be Painful, so that means that insubordination be given into Lucretia McEvil.
Country Jam with a scoring pass.
Also to pivot now sitting for Team Maryland.
Country Jam coming around again up against a 2-wall of Maryland defense. Everyone else hanging out in the penalty box.
Yeah, that's Axel Greaser and Juka Windsor left out there. All 4 blockers for Virginia and dragging back Quesadiva.
Sadie Masochist with the long recycle.
Quesadiva, one of the newer players to join Team Maryland this year from Charm City. Off the wall coming in trying to play some offense, blows up the wall, but unfortunately the jammer was a little too far away to take advantage. Now getting a piece of Country Jam.
Yeah, Country Jam got dropped out of bounds on the outside line. Now dealing with a long recycle.
Oh, took a moment to get set. I'm glad to see she's back up. Thought she was holding her hand for a second, but no, she's back out. Trying to work her way through the pack.
Country Jam dealing with that tough defense in the back.
Quesadiva has a star in the hand, trying to push on the back of the wall.
Lots of big hits and falls in the pack.
I think the star was passed at the very end off the wall.
Okay.
But then the jam is ended.
Country Jam took a big hit to the outside line, decided, you know, no moss.
Already had another 5 points in the pocket. Might as well call it off, set somebody else up for another good jam. 230-63.
Yeah, that was a big 20-point gain for Team Virginia and a lot of hard work by Country Jam.
It seems like Virginia is able to get some bigger jams in the second half. First half, it seemed like they were able to keep them a little lower in the scoring, but right now, Virginia just standing tall.
I want to remind you again that today's stream is brought to you in part by the Apex. You can find up-to-date news, commentary, and resources at thederbyapex.com. Be sure to follow their Twitter feed at the Derby Apex for all the additional Battle of the All-Stars commentary this year. And thank you to the Derby Apex once again for being a partner of this broadcast.
While we're doing our thank yous, I want to thank all of our officials and NSOs. They've been doing a great job all weekend, rotating in and out, skating more than the actual skaters are. Luckily not taking the physical contact, but the body does tend to feel it at the end. Never given enough credit, the skating and non-skating officials here all day long, not able to take off like a lot of the skaters who play a game and then maybe play later, go back, take a nap. Working and focused all day long. Credit has to go to all of them for putting in all this time and effort. That's Gigi Hardy with the star for Team Maryland as we're getting ready to get back to the action with Futz. Both old Charm teammates.
Know each other very well.
It looks like everybody's skating back right into the jammers, giving them no space.
Nuckin Futz gets bumped to the inside by Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi tried to knock off and get the cut track, unable to do so.
Nuckin Futz makes it out alive. Lead jammer status goes to Team Virginia.
Picks those feet up so quickly to work that inside line. Futz always impressive.
So Nuckin Futz already with the lap completed and coming in for points now. Gigi Hardy still working on the initial pass for Team Maryland.
Correct, big shoulder thrown into Futz. If I see a clockwise block, that shoulder was a result of Bourbon Bruiser.
Gigi Hardy with the recycle by Blaxican Ninja.
Blaxican Ninja has been having such a solid game. Just every time I see somebody get knocked out and dragged back, seems like Blaxican Ninja is there. You go once again, getting Gigi Hardy, now dragging her all the way back to the original jammer line.
Multiplayer block called at the front of the defensive wall from Maryland. Nuckin Futz out again with another grand slam for Team Virginia.
That was Lucretia McEvil reporting to the penalty box. Futz eyeing up another scoring pass. Only 2 blockers left. Oh, fakes out, and it goes in. Great juke by Futz.
And a nice 15-0 pickup for Team Virginia on that last jam. 14-0, correction. So Team Virginia at 244, Maryland at 63, a little under 18 minutes left in our game.
Yeah, now don't forget, stay tuned after this. We're going to have Pennsylvania taking on Massachusetts, third place game. And then we have New York, Colorado, the new Titans of 2018, trying to find out who's taking home that championship trophy.
Rolling Thunder with the star for Team Virginia.
Slambellina knocked out, jamming for Team Maryland, getting dragged back by Ray Gun.
Rolling Thunder working on a front wall of tripod defense for Team Maryland. Finds a way around the outside line. Lead jammer status goes to Team Virginia.
Zaya Nara should get an assist, breaking open that pack for Rolling Thunder.
And a quick and relatively painless pass for Rolling Thunder, grand slam for Team Virginia.
I like the use of relatively painless. Been few of those today.
Yeah, both jammers out now. Another grand slam goes up for Rolling Thunder.
Only 2 blockers remaining out there for Virginia. Slambellina tries to go up, but met by Zayanara.
And the instruction from the Team Virginia bench is to let this one run. I feel like they've got a differential up on the scoreboard.
Time is on their side. Remember, we're not playing for rankings or anything else. You just have to win the game. And right now they're fighting. I believe these teams are fighting for the 5th and 6th place game.
Well, I think actually that they've come out of the bracket in exactly the same position as Ohio and their opponent earlier today. So we're not playing out the 5th to 8th place, which is unfortunate. I would love to see the Team Virginia Ohio matchup.
McEvil with a punishing hit on Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder takes a moment but gets up. And the other jammer, Slambellina, hitting the floor as well. I mean, the physicality, these jammers at the end of the day, at the end of the weekend, just taking a beating. Compounding the hits, they're so tough out there. Got to give them all the credit in the world.
Definitely playing hard here on the last day of Battle of the All-Stars 2018.
4-day tournament, most of them all 3. This is a 4-day tournament, outlasting. This is a marathon. Krush McEvil hitting Rolling Thunder, getting caught up into Car Bomb Kelly.
Track cut at the end of the jam there by Slambellina, so this is going to be a power jam start for Team Maryland. Stone Wallop taking the star. And we were just saying, I think in the middle of that jam, that the tournament bracket is such that our 5th through 8th place games aren't getting played. So it would have been Michigan versus Virginia, and then Maryland versus Ohio, which would have been two games that would have really been nice to see. But
all 4 of those teams would be so evenly matched that they deserve to be in the middle because they're such great teams. They did take defeats, but we all know that they just battle it out. And right here, we're seeing it continuing as Futz just keeps the legs moving.
So Futz with lead jammer status on this power jam. Seems like the quick swap out Futz for Stone Wallop to make the absolute most out of this power jam opportunity.
Yeah, good pickup. I saw Stone standing there, and they swapped out, and then Futz rewarding the coaches for throwing them back out there.
Yeah, I think Futz is a strong candidate for MVP in this game. And like I mentioned earlier, so great to see her back in action this year at Battle of the All-Stars.
Correct. Pick and one's going to be tough. The defense has been phenomenal. The jamming has been phenomenal. It looks like we got Country Jam reporting to penalty box, as well as Sadie Maxikis.
Ooh, big hit in the front of the pack there on Nuck and Futz.
Axel Greaser knocking down Nuck and Futz, now helping Nuck and Futz up.
It's good to see we still got, you know, sports personship going on out there on the track.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, like I said, this is a tough physical game, but all these players know each other. Everybody's from the same little local area.
Yeah.
All the leagues play each other.
Right. We probably all got scrimmages scheduled coming up, so it's like, okay.
Speaking of which, you play against a lot of these players.
Yeah. We've got scrimmages coming up against Charm and games against Charlottesville, so we're going to see these folks soon.
Juke of Windsor with a beautiful move getting up and under Miller. Haven't seen Juke jam much. Uh-oh, star lost. Stone's got to go back and retrieve it.
Juke of Windsor coming in for points now.
Oh, kind of got caught up because Stone was standing there, busting in.
Nice knockout by Miller. Miller slows Juke down, but she does make it out.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's a blocking out of bounds assessed to Juke of Windsor, so a power jam once again for Team Virginia.
Just can't seem to get out of their way. Great defense been played so far. They got the lead jammer, Lucretia, and Mighty Ice is playing extremely physical.
Yes, Mighty Ice has definitely made that pass tough for Stone Wallop. Star in hand still coming around for points now. No lead jammer in this jam.
Stonewall, so tough, just consistently out there pushing forward. Advantage was in Maryland's favor, and they gave it up. Now we're going to run a full 2 minutes.
Exactly, yeah.
Stone's got to deal with this defense one more time. Squirrely Girl, General Chaos, and Mighty Isis.
Multiplayer block going to
Chaos. General Chaos going to sit down. Jamming earlier, now blocking.
Both jammers back out. And Juke did complete the initial pass before, so she is in the pack picking up points at this.
Correct. Runs right into Sadie Mascus, goes down. Oh, great call. Miller putting hands up, able to get that cut track call. Great move, Miller. Unfortunately, another time to the penalty box for a Maryland skater, and it's the pivot, or excuse me, the jammer once again.
Yeah, Virginia doing a great job making the most out of these power jams.
Gourley Girl working on the inside, gets knocked off briefly. Only 2 blockers left in the front, and getting around Lucretia McKeevil is Stonewall.
Yeah, Stonewall already with 14 points on this double power jam, now 19 points. And the jam times out before Stone can make it back into the pack. 2 points, or sorry, how many points is that? There were box points, 3 points racked up by Juka Windsor, who is standing now in the penalty box. Looks like we have a team timeout called by Team Maryland.
Yeah, probably enough time to get a breather, reshift, because once again, that steady stream to the penalty box is just hurting the health of the team. Everybody's getting worn out, staying out there doing multiple jams, playing short, trying to put so much effort in to stop these Virginia jammers. Oh boy.
It is so much more difficult as a blocker out there to play without your teammates. You know, when you've got teammates in the box, it really messes with the defensive formations, and it's been a real tough slog for Team Maryland with so many penalties. All
right, once again, I want to give a shout out. Today's stream is brought to you in part by The Apex. Go check them out at www.thederbyapex.com. Find updates, news, commentary, and resources, and make sure you follow them at on Twitter at The Derby Apex for all additional Battle of the All-Stars commentary. Thanks again to Derby Apex for being a broadcast partner. Now, broadcasting all weekend long has been New England Roller Derby Report, Nerd Derby. Make sure you go check them out. Subscribe and follow them on YouTube. Go back and check out all of the games that have been played this weekend.
So one in the box for Team Virginia, that's Sadie Masochist, and then Duke of Windsor with the star standing in the box for Team Maryland. So
they're sharing a laugh in the box.
On the power start, that's Smack Mamba for Team Virginia.
It's one thing to be penalized, but you have to share that time with somebody else and share a laugh. Probably both shaking their heads because they didn't deserve to be there, because no skater ever deserves to be in the penalty box.
I mean,
it's just the referee's fault.
It goes without saying. Smack Mamba having a tough time getting past Gigi Hardy. Nice reset.
Juka Winder's knocked to the outside right there. It looked like that was by Fizzgig. Now T.I. trying to drag back. Gigi slows up Fizzgig. Or T.I., I apologize.
So Duke of Windsor having a tough time now with River Styx Phoenix and T.I. in the front, but finds a way through. Lead jammer status goes to Duke of Windsor out of the penalty box.
Yeah, Sadie Maddox is just coming in and playing some offense. Unfortunately, get called for a back block, shaking her head. Sadie's going to sit down.
Duke of Windsor flies into the pack.
Flying in so fast, just used the defender to slow down the momentum and then actually use that speed change.
2 in the box now for Team Virginia. That's T.I. and Sadie Masochist.
So you know what I want for Christmas is just a jam where everybody stays out there, plays nice, and we have some good roller derby.
And a back block now assessed to Duke of Windsor. That was on Fizzgig, number 14. So Styx with the star pass, I guess, in this jam. Must have missed that.
Oh, great body control, holding the outside foot. And then finally, Princess Slaya able to slay a jammer. Styx gets recycled to the back.
Yeah, so Styx had taken the star in this jam from Smack Mamba.
There are distinct similarities.
No points up on the board yet in this jam for either team.
Gigi Hardy now going backwards. Backstretch, a tough thing to deal with. Styx being patient. Actually kind of laughing and joking around with Gigi. Being like, you're such a pain in the butt.
Yep. Styx trying to find a line around the outside. Big hits in the pack once again.
Ooh.
A huge take out there in the front by Smack Mamba.
Smack Mamba had some ill intent. Luckily, Duke of Windsor able to avoid.
Wow.
I didn't see what that was. Was that blocking out of play?
I think it was out of play. Yeah, Smack Mamba was well ahead of the rest of the pack there.
I always suggest watch out for the jammer who gave up the star, because then they have something to prove, because now they can block. Oh,
definitely.
man, great attempt there. Unfortunately, not connecting. Fortunately for Juka Windsor, not connecting.
Yeah, Tom, this game has been so incredibly physical. From the very first whistle, it's been quite a treat to watch these two teams beat up on each other a little bit today on the final day of Battle of the All-Stars 2018.
Okay, the official review officially has been called, and it's being called by Virginia. What I can't wait to see is this game's been phenomenal, is seeing all these players hanging out together. I know they'll all be hanging out watching the next game, either chanting or harassing Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. It's just funny. You'll see them all over there maybe having beers or having snacks together, sharing food. Such a good group of people, and that's what I love so much about this sport that we all love to follow.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, just like we've been doing after every game, we're going to pick some MVPs once the game concludes, and we're going to bring you those live interviews after the game. So stay tuned once the game ends. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to talk to our MVPs for both teams.
Yeah, that's something else Nerd Derby's been able to provide us with a second camera to do that. That has probably been one of my funnest things to do all weekend. It's meeting so many colorful characters, getting them to tell you their story, and then you do the interview and see the excitement or the surprise of what they earned. I mean, they earned it all by themselves, but giving them the credit and seeing them understand it and realize I did something really cool. Oh, we just got an update. Statman over from Wales is saying hello. Previous head announcer of the crew in the very first Battle of the All-Stars. Good man out there. Well-known European now announcer.
Cool.
But he's from the area, actually previously a Charm announcer, so knows everybody out there just as well as we do.
Good to hear from you, Statman. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, Trek, we got this official view. We'll get clarification. We talked about that depth earlier, and I think Virginia is just having that depth of everything. They're able to withstand the penalties a little bit more, but Maryland right now doing the best they can, showing that sprinkle of Old Bay on everything. We still hear the chants on the far side. We hear the VA all day from Virginia. Unfortunately, we're on the other side of the track, so you're not hearing as much of the chants, but they have been active. You see down in turn 4 is Virginia, turn 3 is Maryland.
So I'm wondering if Virginia is able to take the win today. I'm wondering how that is going to settle the scores between these two teams. I think that Maryland has about 4-1 in terms of the wins they've tallied up against Team Virginia. So if Virginia wins today, it's not going to exactly even up the score between these two teams, but it does put another win on the side of Team Virginia. Tom, getting some information from our official about what that review was on.
Yeah, we just got an update from Tim, the ref, coming over and helping us out. So there was a request of a clockwise block on one of the blockers for Team Maryland. The referees reviewed it, said no, it looked like it was correct direction. And guess what? We got a lead jammer going to Team Maryland. It's been a little while, but as Lithium Lady now coming around trying to stalk the back of the pack.
Rolling Thunder with the star for Team Virginia has also made it out of the pack. Going to be able to put some pressure on to get this jam called off.
Oh, we see Ziploc go down in the back and very quickly around. Rolling Thunder showing that speed.
And a grand slam at the same time as a low block goes to Lithium Lady.
Just as you get a little bit of success, unfortunately, you're brought back down by the man. Low block is the call, and Rolling Thunder starting to get rolling now. That's another 5 points.
Yeah, 10 so far in the power jam.
Oh, held the foot just for a second and spun around. Rolling Thunder doing a great effort.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing where she's already picked up all the points and has to redo all that work to make it past the defense.
Well, I don't know. That offense is doing a pretty good job right now. And then things grind down to a halt. Yeah.
So Rolling Thunder in the pack on her third scoring pass for Team Virginia in this power jam. Lithium Lady released from the box.
Ooh, Ray Gun throwing a hit into off the wall, sending down in between turns 1 and 2. Lithium Lady released from the penalty box.
Rolling Thunder in for another scoring pass, takes a bump out of bounds.
Zato's Carbomb Kelly. Now Carbomb Belly takes the star, fights off a hit by Ray Gun.
Rolling Thunder completes another scoring pass. That's, I think, 19 on the jam so far.
That sounds about right. Enough time now. We got 6, 5, 4. Coming around looking for more. Always greedy are those jammers, wanting more points.
Now, Carbomb Kelly was in the pack as that jam got called off. I think a 2-point pickup for Team Maryland, 19 points on the jam for Team Virginia.
Yeah, Maryland able to get some more points back on the board. Right now, they're just trying to get that total as high as they can. Pretty comfortable to say that Virginia's got a comfortable lead, but hey, you got to fight down to the very end now. Hey, jamming for the first time, Gourley Girl from Southern Delaware Roller Derby taking on Nuckin Futz.
Yep, for Team Virginia.
All right, penalty box is empty, so we do have all skaters on the track. That's a good sign.
Shh, Tom, don't say that.
Oh, I forgot. You're supposed to remind me ahead of time.
Yeah. So Virginia with the defense set up in the back. Nuckin Futz getting some help in the front from Pei.
Gourley Girl taking a windfall of hits right there. Trying to push forward. Nuckin Futz out first.
And a nice stop there by River Strong. Gets lead jammer status for Team Virginia and Nuckin Futz. Big hit over there in corner 4.
Solid contact right to the chest. Unfortunately, dumps Gourley Girl there between 3 and 4. We got a pivot reporting to the box. I believe that's Pei for Virginia.
And a track cut going to our Maryland jammer.
Just not able to get things going right in the right direction for the jammers. A lot of penalties.
Nuckin Futz makes it around the Mighty Isis on the inside, picks up a grand slam for Team Virginia.
Also another blocker, Lucretia McEvil now reporting to the box for Team Maryland.
Now on a second scoring pass.
Nuckin Futz just stops and kind of waits for some help. It's like, please don't make me do this
alone. It was like a coordinated dance. Just stopped. He kind of did a little side eye, and then boom, that was the sign. River Strong cleaning out.
So some nice offensive work by Team Virginia.
Once again, going River Strong side. Seems like a good method here. I think they got a pattern going on.
Yeah, nice offensive clears from the inside line to move that defensive tripod out of the way for Nuckin Futz.
When I'm standing in line, I need to have a River Strong on call. Be like, clear out this line for me. I'm getting to the front.
So, wow, big collisions as that jam comes to a close. 4 more points go up for Team Virginia. A huge 18-point jam for Team Virginia, holding Maryland scoreless. Just under 5 minutes left to play in our second period.
Yeah, four and a half minutes or so now going. Maryland just letting this clock keep going, looking to get out of here. Virginia looking to keep it rolling. Going to show Slambalina to the line now to jam, and Stonewall standing tall, looking regal in the back.
Yeah. Stonewallop finds a line through the inside. Lead jammer status goes to Team Virginia.
Oh, T.I. with solid hip thrust right into Slambalina, lifting her off the track and then landing out of bounds, has to reset.
Nice defensive work in the front there by Team Virginia as Stonewallop pushes through the defense of Team Maryland, picks up 3 points on that pass.
Took a hit to the chest and used such core muscles, got thrown all the way back, stayed on the skates, and then just threw the head forward and used the momentum. Stonewallop.
And a star pass in progress for Team Maryland. That's Duke of Windsor receiving the star and making it out of the pack. Stonewallop still in the pack, picking up points now on her second scoring pass, having some trouble with the Maryland defense. Decides to call this one off.
Yeah, got tangled with one of her own skaters, went down, said, let's call it off. Let's reset the deck right now. 3.5 minutes and counting. Maryland still sitting at 85 points.
I want to take this chance to thank Beth and Chad from the New England Roller Derby Report once again. They've been doing an amazing job this weekend on the stream, bringing the live action to you at home. So show them some love in the chat on YouTube. Yeah,
definitely make sure you go subscribe and check out. There's well over 100-some games already up, and this weekend, obviously, you probably put up about 40-some games, right? 42 games all weekend long.
Ooh, Miller with the star for Team Virginia in this next jam.
Tarantina able to find a hole and get out very quickly for Team Maryland.
Miller makes it out as well, but lead jammer status with Team Maryland. Tarantina tearing around the track, coming in for points now. Meets up with Machete on the inside line and then Raygun on the outside line.
Raygun was able to avoid Machete. Raygun doing the finishing move. Look at it. Look at a little. Virginia's so much fun. Taking a big tumble. Miller gets up and owns it appropriately with flair.
Showed us some of her gymnastic skills there on the inside line.
It's always nice when you go down. You realize it wasn't the prettiest thing. You get up, you own it.
I'm glad they're all still smiling, to be honest. You know, it's good to see that. This has been a very physical match. A lot of big hits, big falls.
So we got one in the box to start for Team Maryland. believe that's Pepe up there for Virginia. I saw, I think it's fatal faux pas. We'll wait and get clarification. Nope. It is fatal faux pas up there for Team Maryland.
Pepe coming out of Star City Roller Girls in Roanoke, Virginia, and picking up a penalty now. So power jam opportunity for Team Maryland. Star in the hands of pivot Carbomb Kelly.
Looks like that was an elbow being called on Pepe.
So Carbomb Kelly trying to push at the front wall of Virginia defense. A lot of action in the penalty box, as has been the story of this game.
Yeah, Star has been passed to Eddie Kruger. Gigi coming out of the penalty box, getting a little hit at Zip. Zip kind of gave a little side eye, too.
Zip's like, hold on.
Didn't see where that was coming from. Luckily, she took it and hopped right back in. Zip pointing at Sadie. And all 4 defenders now in the back, ready for Carbomb Kelly.
Yeah, Virginia able to put that defense back together in the back. And Carbomb Kelly pushing on an immovable wall there.
Star pass.
Star pass on the Virginia side as well. Sadie Masochist now has the star and coming around for points as Carbomb Kelly now working on a defensive tripod from Virginia in the front of the pack.
Oh, Gigi Hardy with the knockoff and now dragging back Sadie Masochist. But you saw Lucretia McKeever reporting to the box for Team Maryland.
Sadie makes it out of the pack. 4 points go up for Team Virginia.
All right, time is winding down. Period clock at 30 seconds, 20 on the jam clock. So Carbomb Kelly now looks at the clock as well.
Yeah, she's out, but no points yet for Team Maryland on this jam. Quickly threw in an attempted apex jump, but it does not work out for Carbomb Kelly.
Like a ninja, Black Ninja right on the inside drops Carbomb Kelly. Nothing smooth and subtle about it. That was
no.
Oh, we have Carbomb Kelly down at the moment. I think just winded, waiting to get up. Eddie Kruger rubbing her back.
Yeah, that was a big fall on that attempted apex jump. Kind of did the splits as well.
Like you take a moment and catch your breath.
This game has a little bit of everything. You know, gymnastics.
We do have now a timeout. Maryland choosing to get one more jam in. Hey, cheers to Maryland. Let's get one more.
Sprinkle, sprinkle, one more jam for Team Maryland to close out Battle of the All. Oh, no, look who's got the star.
Oh, Marv. Oh, just real quick, it looks like Pepe has left the game. Too many penalties. Looks like FizzGeek setting down in the penalty box. Marv, everybody is cheering. We want to see Marv. Oh, Marv's putting on a show.
No, I was talking to Marv earlier in the tournament weekend, and she said that Charm's been doing some work lately on apex jumps. So we might see some big action from Marv here with the apex jump.
Little dance in the background.
She's feeling pretty confident.
Oh, Smack Mamba. Size difference, Smack Mamba. Marv E. Lust. Now, Marv has jammed a bunch before. Slick on his skates, but definitely physical.
You know this last one's going to be fun.
Why not? Let's enjoy this final jam here. And everybody hits the floor.
It's like cleanup on aisle 5 out there.
All right, holding the inside line, Team Maryland. Marv working on the back. Oh, T.I. getting up underneath Marv.
Smack Mamba working on the defensive wall in the front, meets up with the Mighty Isis on the outside line.
Marv driving forward, and Marv gets free. Let's see. No.
Oh, no.
Track cut on Marv, not getting free. Lead jammer going to Smack Mamba, and a big smile on her face. This track monster almost got her in the front stretch here.
So Smack Mamba takes a hit to the inside line, gonna have to reset behind Maryland's defense there.
Axel Greaser just barely able to slow up Smack Mamba. And then once again now on the outside for Axel Greaser.
Taking some big hits.
I don't know, that smile seemed to disappear from Smack Mamba. That was 2 solid shots.
Smack Mamba taking her time, probably trying not to go to the box in this last jam. Marv's released now from the power jam.
Okay, the period clock is over, so we are on the jam clock.
Now Smack Mamba does have lead jammer status.
Marv's out. Hey, we get more Marv time jamming. Is Marv able to get free from the pack? Uh-oh, I know what's coming. If she can, she's going to try to get a piece. Oh! Marv was very nice on that, not trying to blow up Smack. Smack on the backstretch, big smile, comes around, calls the jam off. Hugging the Maryland players.
Super fun DMV matchup here today, Tom. Wow.
It truly was a pleasure to be a part of this whole weekend, but this game specifically. You see Isis, all the Team Maryland, even though they took a loss, all having fun. I'm sure we're going to see all of them hanging out on the side watching the next two games, which are coming up. We
Yep.
got Pennsylvania taking on Massachusetts roughly around 4:30, and then the championship, New York versus Colorado. It has truly been my pleasure, Trek.
Thank you, Tom.
You have done a great job all weekend long, and I appreciate being able to work with you. We're going to work on getting these MVPs. Any final notes?
No, just stay tuned. We're going to have interviews for you with both teams' MVPs, and up next, we got 2 amazing games. Stay tuned.
All right, here once again at Battle of the All-Stars, I'm Tom Fleury with MVP, Axel Greaser. Here's your certificate.
Thank you so much.
It has been such a pleasure to do the Maryland games all weekend long. You guys have been such a strong team. At the end of the tournament, what are the best things you remember from it, and what are you going to take away?
I'm going to take away being able to play with a bunch of super awesome skaters from all over, everywhere. And also with a newer Maryland team, just getting to know them. This is only my second year at BOTAS, and I got to play a little bit more this year. And it's really been exciting. I've learned a lot. Want to take a bunch back home.
Back home to Free State?
Back home to Free State, roller derby.
Obviously, got some flair, but got some physicality. That was a brutal game. How were you able to keep up with that all game long? I noticed you were controlling both sides of the line almost all by yourself.
You know, I can never take credit for doing it all by myself, but my style is a very physical style. I like to push myself and push other people, so I feel like playing Virginia was a team that I excelled. Like, what I do good at in Derby this was a game for me to show that off.
All right, great work. Physical it was. Now, what's the team's plans? You guys always have stuff going on throughout the year. What are you going to go do to unwind with the team after this game?
Probably going to go take off all our stuff, have a couple beers, bring it in, and just like reflect on all the awesome stuff we've done. With, like I said, with it being a new team, we got a lot of things to talk about, but we've also come together a lot, and it's been good.
Well, once again, we always appreciate Team Maryland, and we appreciate Axel Greaser, the MVP of our last game. Thank you for making Derby special.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Battle of the All-Stars. We'll have our next MVP coming up shortly. That's Nuckin Futz from Team Virginia.
Hey, it's Scar Trek here for the New England Roller Derby Report. I've got Nuckin Futz, our MVP for Team Virginia, taking the win on the final day of Battle of the All-Stars 2018. So, you have come out of retirement to join us at Battle of the All-Stars this year. Tell us, what's it been like taking a couple of years off and then coming back into the game?
It's pretty tough. It's been a rough transition to come back, but I've been training hard. I'm working with my new league, Nova Roller Derby, and just trying to get back into the groove and enjoy skating again.
So today, this game in particular was probably really special for you, maybe a little bit different because you're playing against a lot of former teammates, both on Charm City and also on Team Maryland. So how is this game different from the other games this weekend?
I would say this is definitely a physical game. It was a good matchup for us. We always enjoyed playing each other. When I was on Team Maryland, I loved playing the BA All-Stars. Now I'm on the BA All-Stars and we're playing Team Maryland, so it was great to be back on the track. Very physical, intense, but it was fun.
It looked like it was a lot of fun out there, and you picked up an amazing 93 points. So talk about what it was like to have that kind of scoring in this game and to come out with such a big win for Team Virginia.
I would say my scoring was 100% definitely due to my blockers. I love offense. I love good timed offense. We communicated really well out there, and it was just very smooth sailing. It felt like I was just out of a speed skating practice. Took a couple big hits, but my teammates helped me recover from it and then picked it up for me to keep it going for the next couple of rounds.
Well, awesome job, Nuckin Futz, and congratulations. We've got a certificate of achievement for you. Well done today, and good job for Team Virginia taking the win. So back up next, we've got Team Pennsylvania taking on Team Massachusetts. Thank you. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.